It's a tough one.
That's a tough one.
No, I think it's too early. It's too early. Let's still see what the ministry can do. You know, Dan said a lot of good things. That when you go to someone to take money, the person is expected that you come back with some money.
Something.
It means the person that is not asking you what you did with the money is equally corrupt.
So there you go. That's
we have to be accountable.
That's why our sports has done nothing to brand. I keep using the word Joachim
branding.
Löw. He is not Bastian Schweinsteiger. He is not Mesut Ozil. He's just the coach. The German Football Federation makes good money out of him.
And the problem it's not about scrapping. You know, you can't put like the good book says. You can't put old wine in a new wine skin. I mean, all the right things have to be in place. So it's not just about scrapping the sports industry. I don't always like this situation where we give a dog a bad name just because we want to hang it. If you're going to overhaul things, do it properly and ensure you get the right results. And I feel all the right elements. We have a culture in Nigeria. That was the question I was trying to ask Dan Ingeran. What about even we sitting here and we're going 2 weeks to a competition we know we've not prepared and we're expecting the athletes to come back and give us medals. So you know, it's an all-round thing, and a lot of things need to be fixed. Like you said, the rise and fall on leadership.
Yeah.
But apart from that, even all of us,
even everyone,
we have to be moderate in our expectation. This development, and you know, we go into competitions expecting to win all the time. But now we should just be humble enough to know that we're trying to develop things.
That's it. And I got to say, in terms of what needs to be fixed, it's not just athletics. The domestic league too also needs to be fixed. And I think in the light of this, let's just talk about this because it's really, really important. No breaks, guys. No breaks. Let's talk about it. The league, Warri Wolves, they're doing so well. They're playing good football. They actually played in the continent, crashed out, say bad welfare could be part of the reasons why they did. These players, they said they're not training. They're not training because they're being owed salaries for 6 months.
6 months.
Sign-on fees for last season has not been paid, and this season also has not been paid. So there's a problem.
There is a big problem, Austin. There is a big problem, and I just can't, imagine what the mindset of those players are right about now. The motivation. I mean, these guys have mouths to feed. They have people to look after.
I'm really sad. It's a shame.
And you want them to,
2
win
years ago,
laurels for you?
2 years ago, I was one of the people that would stand up and say Warri Wolves is one of the best run clubs in Nigeria. They don't hold their players. And how we got to this from that. And a lot of people will even tell you that Warri Wolves is like a Super Eagles team B. So
we can take this Warri Wolves team to Chan.
I mean, if you take Warri Wolves, there are recognizable faces in Warri Wolves that even an average football fan will know. Oh, this is Azubike Gweke. Oh, this is this. This is that. And
this is a Tebo.
No, it shouldn't be happening. It's a shame, really.
We don't want to talk much about this. We have online, Shehu Diko is the chairman of the league management company of they manage the local league in Nigeria. Good morning, Shehu, and welcome to the show.
Morning. It's my pleasure to be with you.
Okay, we're trying to see ways we can rebrand the local league in Nigeria. What is the LMC doing to ensure that our local football is admirable?
Well, we are doing so much. We are taking it as a global issue. We are not just looking at one aspect of the league. We are looking at the league from a total perspective. We are trying to see how we can get the rules and regulations that already been sorted, so the rule book is in place. We try to ensure compliance because anything you do without the rules, without regulations, is a problem. And second, we are trying to get the clubs to play in the right stadia, at least some stadia with a good environment, with the good at least basic infrastructure that will make it look good. We try to get more games on TV and stuff like that, and then. Yes, there is this issue of getting the clubs also to be responsible to their own obligations, to their own responsibilities to the league. So we are all working on all that aspect. And fundamentally, we try to get a lot of money into the league. We are trying to open so many windows and so many opportunities to see how we can get as much money as possible to the league, so that the club can be self-sustaining. Because it is the funding that drives almost everything. All the things we want to do without the relevant funding available will be difficult. So we are doing so much in that aspect. And then fundamentally to get the stakeholders and everybody involved with the league to be thinking alike, to change the thought process so that everybody will be doing the right things.
Let's talk about welfare for particularly for players. I'm sure you know that players of Warri Wolves, they've said they are not training anymore, they want their pay. What is the LMC doing to ensure that clubs take care of their players?
Well, the rules and regulations is very clear. If a club owes their players a certain number of months or what have you, and the players channel a proper complaint to the LMC in line to the rules, we normally take action, and those actions have been given us results. The rules are very clear. If you owe your players for up to a certain number of months and you didn't pay, or we get the complaint, we give you a notice, and you didn't redeem what you have to do, you are going to lose points, and no club wants to lose points on the league, you know.
So have the players made any complaints? The players of Warri Wolves?
Well, it's only today I've been getting information from the Warri Wolves players on this issue, and definitely before the end of today, we are going. I've already been speaking to the Warri Wolves management because it's a two-way thing. We have to get the financial details from the club to confirm that yes, what the players are saying is correct.
All right.
Once those are sorted, we are going to take the necessary actions, make sure that they meet all their obligation.
That's where I'm going, actually. What are those actions that you're talking about? Because you've said, you've mentioned quite a few, but you know, the players are the key actors here. You could talk about dropping points, bans, and all that, but how about what will happen to those players? How will they get what is due to them? You know, the clubs may be punished, but those players have worked and they deserve to be paid.
What we will do is that, you know, the clubs also receive some financing, some support from their own share of the sponsorship money,
okay,
from the league. And therefore, once you are given a notice, any money due to you will be held back until you meet all your obligations. So that at the end of the season, if at all you didn't meet all your obligation and you lose points, whatever money is due back to you will not be used to settle the players on pro rata basis. So once the notice is issued to a club, the club will not receive any further financial support or their share of the sponsorship money. And you know, this year we have the money is quite a little bit big. So it might not pay all the money they're owing, maybe, but at least there will be some money at the end of the season to be able to give back to the players.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this because this always comes up every time for a lot of people that love football on the domestic scene. What are we really doing to ensure that you give football fans a good reason to go to the stadium or a good reason to sit back at home and ignore games across Europe and sit down to watch a game in the domestic league?
Your account is low.
Okay, so we lost the chairman of the league management company. But guys, you addressed key issues, particularly Warri Wolves. Now they said they've laid their complaints, and the LMC will act fast.
Yeah. I hope so, because like Yemi said, the players are really the main actors. They are the ones who, you know, put their heart and soul into coming out to play and entertain the fans, and of course make a living for themselves. So if you don't take care of them, and they go out on the protest, you know.
Truth be said, no football
just doesn't make any sense.
Football
is big business. Sports is big business. But in these parts, you know, we haven't really.
Lesson is a bigger business. So when you say Warri Wolves is a business, Azubike Ichul, Bolan Salami,
all of those guys,
they are your parameters for making money.
Because you sign contracts, you know, you enter into agreements with these guys, so you have to fulfill it. Because a time will come, they will move on. You know, you bring in new sets of guys, they move on, you know, for other
problems,
better offers elsewhere.
Time will not allow us to really go into what the problems are enormous. You know, the resources and the funds do not come in as they should. Some of these clubs do feel that they're doing those players a favor, so they're not compelled to really pay them what is due them. But I do hope that with all that the LMC is trying to do, I must commend them that they're doing a good job.
They're doing a good job. And of course, just to quickly point out again, well, Sunday Olise and of course, board of the NFF were at the stock exchange some time ago. You know, they also talked about this, you know, rebranding, trying to see that how clubs, Nigerian clubs will get enlisted, into the Nigerian Stock Exchange and, make life worthwhile for the players, and officials. And I think that is really the way to go for the future.
But let's just throw one question to Shehu Diko. He's back on the line. Good to have you back on the line, chairman of the League Management Company. So tell us, what are the plans the League Management have to ensure that the local league becomes a brand?
Well, we should keep doing the right things, getting everybody to be thinking alike, doing what they have to do. Everybody has to do his role properly, and try to also ensure the integrity of the matches. The matches are no more predictable like before. So the fans are now willing to go to the stadium. The investors are looking at it that way. And as you just mentioned, we are trying to engage the corporate world to get them to understand that there is opportunities in the league. They can put in more money into the league, and they'll be sure that their money will be used the way it should be used. And even yesterday, we were in the delegation with the National Sports Commission that met with the president of the country. And the discussion is all how to get this to be done better and better, and what kind of support the government could give to get the private sector involved. As at tomorrow, by Thursday this week, CAF are coming to Nigeria. We are going to have the first club licensing seminar, which is basically a seminar from CAF, and that will try to get the clubs to be properly organized and managed in terms of the infrastructure, the technical staff, the financing, the ownership, and what have you. So all those things are being done towards getting a proper professional league in place.
Yeah. Well said. Well said.
Thank you so much.
The more we get this done, and then I'm sure we're gonna get to the next level, because by next year the club licensing system is going to be in place.
Fantastic.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shehu. We appreciate you.
So,
all right, guys, we're really running out of time. We're really running out of time.
For the local league.
Yeah.
Let's go to English Premier League.
Premier League,
they're doing everything good.
It's no news.
We're not really going for us now. Because
it's still early days, really. It's still early days.
Sometimes your stats.
I had to keep quiet.
Sometimes your stats.
I had to keep quiet.
For the record, Arsenal hasn't scored, 2 consecutive home games in the league, for the first time since 1979. So, which is an unfamiliar territory for them.
That doesn't really mean
anything. But it really doesn't mean anything. But like I said again, it's still early days.
Early days, yeah.
Definitely, they will pick up.
Someone already has 9 points.
Oh, you have 9 points, and at the end of the day, you still end up probably in 4th or 5th or 6th.
We've seen clubs still on top of the league 5 months. And at the end of the day,
at the tail end, you've seen Liverpool lose the title just at the tail end of the season. So it really doesn't matter.
That was a result. It was a goalless draw yesterday as well.
A fair result for both teams.
Yes, and these on your screen, the
UEFA Champions League playoffs,
second leg. So these are some of the teams that will play today. Of course, matches today and tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yes. Today, actually, this one for today.
From Albania.
Celtic, they have 1 foot in, but
look at
never
the
right
second
of
leg.
Malmo.
Everyone is expected to be a cracker. Monaco taking on Valencia.
Valencia, that should be the big one for me, definitely.
The Spaniards have a 3-1 advantage from the first leg. Shakhtar Donetsk against Rapid
Vienna. I saw that game. I think
almost wrapped up for
the Ukrainians. But if you saw the first leg, Rapid Vienna too, they just might prove a tough nut to crack. All right, so we've had so much fun. We have to go now. Time really wants us to allow us to spend so much time on a lot of that. But we do hope you've enjoyed every moment of it. Don't worry, we'll be back again here same time tomorrow to talk more sports. And until then, keep watching your award-winning station, Channels Television, for all the latest sports and updates right here. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. Thank you so much for watching.
Well, we'll keep our promise. We'll always take you on a trip across the money-spinning world of sports. We'll be here tomorrow to do this again. My name is Yemi Adebayo. Just to let you know that you can view all our top stories on our website, channelstv.com. You can send us questions, comments, and suggestions on our Twitter handle, channels_sports, and on Facebook, Channels IFA Sports. I'm Austin Okonakman. That's more than enough reason for you to keep talking sports. Bye for now.